Temperature already just going over 40.
Morning, Susie. Yeah, the first race on create a great race for us. Here we go. Good morning from the Czech Republic, and round 9 of the championship appear to have two Brits on the second row, Eddie row of the grid. Hakim Danish low riding during qualifying, position their grid penalty. He was back in 24th. Another mistake Rouchet Moodley's going to have to do on Leo. It feels like Eddie O'Shea, Max Keeles, who haven't slightly,
which is enough to potentially break. The third best rider has been Hakim of the 5th row. Sort of,
really?
Yeah, I do. I think he's going to try and break Vinky Magello. That's the only time we've seen Keeles.
It was 11th, yeah.
So yeah, I'm expecting.
Relive had the pace. He missed timing wrong of coming out.
But yeah, keep an eye on them. Keep your eye on Scott Ogden. FP1 qualified with always the potential to battle for the win.
On the grid actually as well.
And again, he's qualified well. Should be able to. But then that next big battle should be the middle of that. KTM still have an advantage. It's to punch the KTM and Honda right now.
Of course, that he's actually looked decent this weekend. A glimpse of him as he gets lined up. It's David Almanza on pole. Revs up. From David Almanza. Falls across. The championship leader has done the job. Second spot back on the inside. But
wide this track is, so many.
He made coming from Magello having less. Fernandez takes a very tight.
It was a really silly move this early on to do that. It cost you time on the opening lap.
Start, but Danish came through.
Always going to be all about the start. Imagine coming from the middle.
And I wonder now if he's going to be on from Adrian Fernandez. His move breakaway. Here he comes.
Oh, that's a late ride. That is a confident rider. He's gone onto the grid.
He's an aggressive rider at the best of times.
And it was a case of, look, I need to get to this.
There's Scott Ogden, you see under pressure from Vader Pratt. Adrian Fernandez fighting back now at Eddie O'Shea. Gorman around the outside, that was super. It's Carpe leading, is it? No. Keelan in between the two groups of the fast riders, the Gorman.
Yeah, you're right. I tell you what, Casey O'Gorman, incredible around turn 1, and he's bridging the gap.
So he attacks, and he's going to go through.
All right. I feel like we need someone to attack confidence. He's going to
done a brilliant job. MotoGP, they don't seem that worried. I know he's
in banding. We saw some of the super slow-mo.
Ogden that was going on to the green couple of laps. And for Mansa's bike.
I don't know where Carpe thought he was going.
Danish in 5th and going with them. He's
more of a racer than a circuit. It takes a little bit of getting your head around.
Yeah, but you think he's in Portimao, for example. Those kinds of sweet
front doesn't have the KTM. You know what? Everything we thought might happen has happened. Riders, it's actually 6.
So incredible from the. He's sitting in tight
behind him, and because you are them, they'll be explaining that it's a group of 6. Well, the main pack.
Yeah, 0.8 back in front of Scott Ogden.
His 3rd crash of the weekend. He's had a weekend.
Contact there.
Is it a high? Weird crash?
Has he been collected there?
Well, in that track.
That's the problem. It might be Joel Kelso.
Fortunately, on the change of direction, they collided.
Brian Uriarte, as he positions himself in the wake. Just stick with me. I'm confident here. Likes to be going forward.
Let's keep our eye on the second group.
He's bringing Fernandez. But all that actually then helps find Scott Ogden to his teammate Adrian at the front. Still Keeles on the number 28. A pace that really only a couple of riders. You know, he is looking now.
Uriarte's just sitting there.
Another occasion. Might have. Yeah,
Pratima's going to do this. I'll be honest, I genuinely didn't expect. You come to a lot of new circuits, and with Pratima.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you look at Salmona, and he was also in classes. At the back.
See, I've so mixed feelings your way, but now I feel like Keeles is just knocking it.
Interesting to see his pace here now. He's been. What happened? Neil, explain to people at home.
And literally stayed out the whole session. Bear in mind, at this moment, he's just set. I think he's managing his tyres.
Really, Relive is absolutely possible. Too much is bunched up there a little bit quicker, but this is the patience. But how much tyre are you using? I mentioned it earlier this weekend about Andrea Dovizioso.
He'd get the whole shot, he'd lead, block, then he was obviously on the Ducati X.
7 now, and then 2.5 seconds for that chop 7. Goes back into second now, is leading them through.
Here comes Pratima.
Still that 5, another 11 to go after Don Danish. I think Danish is doing the sensible more, thinking, well, not just give Keeles something else to think about if he can make this move. Right, does this wake Keeles up now? So
Keeles has just done a lap time. That's why we've now seen the pass. Because I'm not letting you control this race.
past Uriarte. Now 2 of Almanza leads, but Uriarte much little tap to his back again. Moto3 125 for a lot.
100% failure record, hasn't it? The back of your seat. It's
He's had a couple of high sides recently.
Corner. Do you know what? Casey looked comfortable times. We're watching in. It's a fine line. They are.
He's just ever so slightly got cut adrift. Have to see if he's able to. As Carpe comes through, have been more than winded after that.
Yes, they were doing. So he's now practice. He knows he's set up.
Him and saying, right, come on then.
I'm going to force you to, but I'm not having you dictate my pace. Just all you can do now is you can mark him off.
It.
Yeah.
Fast ones.
Yeah, that's about 150.
Change at the front now. As Almanza drops back to second. Almanza, I feel like.
Well, the race is to start. Be interesting to see what happens.
Joel Kelson, Eddie O'Shea in 8th. That's right, I think he hit the curve on the inside. On the dirty open wide sweeping S, and there will be moves.
3 abreast
and it's,
there.
yeah, exactly. It's very wide. There is no right answer.
There isn't. Okay, just come here.
You said earlier, a bit like Mugello, but there is a possibility more to have a gap.
Length straight, not one real long. To Mugello, believe it or not, I know most people choose Mugello like this, obviously.
Exactly, it's one of those in there. Valence gets the cannon out on Hakim in there. I mean, Hakim is a still mid to low or out there. We know Quiles has more in the time. See you later, lads. I'm going to try and pull away.
In second. Okay, let's have a look at.
For Uriarte here at the front, and Almanza just seems
to see what this lap time is, because he's pace on a little bit.
Let's have a look when they come across that. So actually dropped the pace.
Took the pair of them, and then it starts their climbing steep all the way.
There's on the run down towards 3 as he you lead. No, go on. You have a go out front. You're line because it's so wide, but you all over once more. But I don't feel anyway. It's not letting someone else lead. Like they don't want to be out front.
Now,
the place has had a great weekend all round.
Yeah, but a shame it's not that like we've seen in the past.
Yeah, you can see Ogden's
to decent group. He's had a
5. It's not been his favourite.
Not been his corner, has it? You know it's a big high side if you.
For the circuit now, up where the paddock is, too much. Let's see what the 205.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, 205.3. That's 204, and it just got quicker. And you're thinking
temperature, similar conditions. It wasn't like they got more pace if he wants it.
Rios changing positions about 3 times. Disastrous for the Leopard ride.
Down there, he had a crash earlier on in the weekend.
Almost to the back of the grid because of the...
Yeah, they touch each other. Not much, but enough. Just rubs him.
Accident last time was not his fault.
No, no, I think, unfortunately, David Bunyard, he's not having it operate on, is he? He's just going to, until certainly after the summer break.
Chase Pat, he's in 7th, but...
Yeah, 4.7 seconds.
The line we go. When they cry him, scare him. It's not been, you know, when they've been... When's he going to deliver?
Definitely. It's a long lap round here. I'm going to say, you see the riders start to loosen the gloves.
The way he then attacked through to free the gap between them, just see more commitment there.
As far as Ash has been, you're right, Gav. It's just
on pole, of course, and concerned that this is the break. This is behind. Matteo Bertelli's there. Scott Ogden having an access there. Eddie O'Shea, just in front of him as he goes scoring positions. You know, but when he didn't get through race for Hakim Danish, Quiles thought if he was pushing on as Danish from.
Just trying to think of our last Malaysian win. Yeah, I remember he won that. Was that 2014 maybe? I've got to say, Gav, I'll give you credit.
Sorry.
Classes, you have gone on about him.
Malaysian kids like Powie, like Happy Shui, you know, had the riders there, you know, being able to believe. And Pratima, as Danish comes again on the... He led the most of the championship last year. Did this sport, those regions...
Time we go there, it's so popular anyway, isn't it? But you see, fighting for a world championship.
So still Max Quiles leads. What's the lap? Has Quiles got a second?
Normally, as far as race, he got beaten up, didn't he, in years? Because of that long straight.
That's a lunge there. It's a bit closed it back off. Oh, here we go, change the leader. Concerned that Quiles might try and break away.
What Quiles does as well, but it leaves himself with 3.5 laps to go.
9-point lead over Alvaro Carlos. Marco Morelli in third in the championship. This group nearly 7 seconds now, in fact, behind his teammate in the championship. Track limits is just Buchanan, the others with a track limit. They'll have a long lap penalty to take.
Battle with all those KTMs. You need the momentum. Yes, it's got top speed.
They're in the championship, Neil, and actually, Peter Pratima's got 71 points. That was tight there, wasn't it?
Get out of my way sort of move.
There's fireworks in this race as Pratima takes to 6th place. Bruno, we're on with Alvaro Carlos, and it seems remarkable for someone like Alvaro Carlos.
Yeah, Carpe's been... Right, Keyless is definitely...
Yeah, Carpe's had 9 podiums with Max Keyless, who's done 20.
And
oh, here we go, another one.
Yeah, Keyless has to be your favourite.
You're so right on the Honda thing. Kelso and O'Shea, 9th and 11th, as things is having a super, unfortunately,
yeah, exactly.
slid out.
You're so right.
It's been a strange Moto3 race, hasn't it? 052 from Danish. Uriard. Whoa, that got tight between Uriard
of Hungary, wasn't it, on the last breaks, and he's going to go wide at this part of the track.
Danish comes back now at Carpe.
Sweat, 1.5 laps to go, Gab. Aggressive. But for quite a while.
He's jammed now onto the rear tyre. Yeah, I thought he might not. Almanza stays 5th. Pratima looping right, and the Pratima going to be contact there. Drops right to the back. He's suffering with that front
Gab, it's down to 3, isn't it? Then it's far.
Pratima trying to bridge that gap. That's a word.
3 very aggressive.
0.3 miles to go. Gonna run out victorious. Here comes Uriah. Danish also comes through. It's Danish in second. What's Keyless got for them?
Technical turn 3.
They're riding on the wide in front. He's got to run wide on Danish. The battle goes on behind between Pratt and Les. There's contact in that front. Danish in third. And look at the back. Say held off a little lunge there, Les.
So many passing up.
Oh, contact! Contact! Kevin Schwant's corner, and he's got a slight bit of... And Uriarte, there's surely going to be contact there. Now Keyless and Uriarte involved in this battle. 3 more corners to go on the final S section. The number 38, 4 abreast behind him. And into the final corner we go. Stunning ride. Brian Uriarte across the line. What a Grand Prix winner!
And you were so absolutely perfect. Worked hard early on, got into the groove, and then it was what happened behind told this interview.
Oh, he's great. He talks from first Grand Prix win, a first from Malaysia, secures third, an extent.